call, press 0. To refuse this call is from a correctional facility and is subject to monitoring and recording, and the location of your phone will be obtained. For more information about our privacy policy, please visit www.connectnetwork.com. After the beep, press 5 to accept this call. This call is from a corrections facility and is subject to monitoring, recording, and the location of your phone will be obtained. Stay on the line to accept this call.
Next left.
Thank you for using GTL.
I don't consent to recording of this call. Anything I need to know?
I don't have anything, Mike, and I'm in the truck driving down the road, but I don't have anything.
Left.
Are you recording?
Yes.
Okay, got a couple of things quick. Bradley Warner, do you have his phone number?
Yes.
Okay, if you can ask him if he recorded any of the trial, and specifically the first day, if he can get that to you, perhaps you can upload that. That clearly shows that I did not consent or give them jurisdiction over me in any capacity, and that I refused to accept an attorney, that I demanded legal counsel, that I argued that legal counsel and an attorney are two different things. But other than that, if someone can search for the rules of common law, in the Constitution it says that no case decided by a jury will be reviewed except by the rules of common law. And obviously they're making up the rules as they go. But if there is such a thing as rules of common law, I would greatly appreciate seeing what that is. And last but not least, they never did provide at trial all of the information documents that they took out of the plane, including the little bitty pamphlet. It's an operation manual for the 1964 Piper Cherokee 140. In that is a weight and balance section that shows the aft compartment in the plane is limited to a certain amount of weight. I need to know what that aft compartment weight limitation is. There's zones such as the front seat, the back seat, and then there's a compartment directly behind it, and then there's what they call a hat rack in the very back. It's basically where you put effectively a hat, a couple of pounds at most. But if somebody can tell me what that weight limitation is for that, because what they're saying is that they're claiming that they found this rifle that had all this attachments on it and 3 magazines full of ammo. That would weigh probably about, I'm guessing, 25, maybe 30 pounds, I'm guessing. And then they claim they found 800 some odd rounds of ammunition in an ammo box of 300 blackout or whatever it was. That would have weighed a significant amount. I'm thinking probably 30 pounds easily. That combined weight with, well, what I just tossed back there was these blankets and a sleeping bag, and I'm confident that would have overgrossed that compartment. In other words, it would have made the airplane incapable of normal flight. You would have been extremely tail heavy. And that's something that I could utilize as a argument under, the court has to take judicial.
Go ahead, Mike.
Sorry, what?
No, go ahead. My wife is. Yeah, go ahead.
The court has to take judicial notice of things that are facts, like natural law, nature's law, gravity. The design of the plane was such that you can only put so much weight in that compartment, because if you do, you'll overgross it and the plane won't fly right. Effectively, you can't fly the plane with it overloaded in the back. It becomes squirrely.
Yeah.
And so if I know what that zone compartment is and what they're claiming they found back there and the weight of the rifle and all the ammunition, I'm confident would have overgrossed that compartment. And obviously it wouldn't have been able to fly properly.
I got it. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully somebody listening knows how to look up those, those standards and regulations on, yeah.
Well, it's not it's a operations manual for a 1964 Piper Cherokee 140, and it's, you know, the pamphlets are maybe like 20 pages total, and it shows the very back, you know, this layout of the plane. It shows the back compartment. It probably has a little graph that shows how much weight maximum, and it shows where the CG would happen, you know, where that moment would occur. But if somebody can pull that up, I was hoping they would have had the little manual there that I had that readily available, and they've got a photograph of it, but yet they didn't provide it. So
okay,
that would have shown right there. There's no way that would have been able to have been back there that much weight.
I got it.
Anyway, other than that, thank you. God bless you both.
Hey, no problem.
Mrs. Parsons.
I did send a message to Miss Parsons and say you send your love, and kind of gave her an update on the situation. And is it still, when is the sentencing date? I did have it on the website, but I forgot it. It's December the 7th.
The day which will live in infamy, December 7th.
Oh, right. That's right. Yeah, that's how I can remember it. Okay.
Yeah, you know, these pagans like to do these high hell days.
Yes.
That is one of these high hell days, and anyway, they like to hit on those days. They're Luciferian. It's a Masonic cult religion. Yeah,
you know.
But I got a letter in the mail, some information. This Shenzi guy, however he pronounces it, they're wanting me to provide multiple years, tax returns, all my personal data, medical information, all this nonsense, for claiming they want a credit report. They want me to submit to give them and to waive all my rights to everything in order to be viewed as being worthy of the parole board's ability. Well, I know they're not going to give me parole. I mean, that's stupid. They're not going to give me parole, and they're not going to let me out. They're going to put me in a 23-1 lockdown. So I'm not giving them anything. That's ridiculous. I'm not subject to giving them anything. And the reality is that if they had the right to have it, they wouldn't need my signature for me to authorize it. That ought to tell everybody something. They can't do anything without your consent. I'm not consenting to any of this. I didn't at the trial, before trial, and I'm not starting now.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
The only reason I file notices and petitions with the court is to inform them that they don't have any jurisdiction. And my filing those notices did not waive any of my rights, nor did it confer jurisdiction upon them.
Yep. You know, Mike, I got a question for you. I do get people that call from time to time that they claim to be very well versed in this judicial system, and they claim that they know how to avoid giving them jurisdiction, and they have the answer, and they claim they have a perfect track record in, you know, fighting these people. But it's like I just don't know if, like, knowing the right answers legally makes a difference, because they don't really abide by their own laws anyway. You know, they just
ask them to mail it to me. I'll be more than happy to look at it.
Got it. Yep. Okay.
I just don't have $300 to pay somebody for that information.
Right.
It's the same information I put on my website and talked about on the radio for a long time. But
you have 60
something new
seconds remaining.
You know, provable, great. Send it to me. You know, I hear people talk about these cases, but nobody ever sends me proof of anything.
Well, this guy did send me a document. I'll mail it to you, and you can determine if it's authentic and, you know, has any substance. But I'm concerned that no matter what you show Satan in Satan's courtroom, that pieces of paper don't impress him anymore, and he's just putting it in our face, and they don't even abide by their own laws, you know?
No, I mean, you got the U.S. Marshal getting up there, and the judge knows his name is Kent and not Mark Anderson, and the guy got up there and lied, and the judge doesn't care.
Right.
It's a kangaroo court. But I need a copy of that press release, and if it's got a copy of my photo on it, I need to try to get, if I can get addresses to KFAB or FAV radio and KETV here in Omaha and all these local stations, I'll spend the money and make copies and mail the stuff myself. But I need to get the information too.
Thank you for using GTL.